Oh, we are getting after it. We are getting after it. So, for reference, I don't know if I can flip this around. Whatever. Either way, it took me like 2 hours and a whole gallon of paint to roll that. So I said, nah, we're gonna spray. So now we're spraying. I wanted to film the walls and stuff, but I'm definitely gonna film the floor for everybody. But we're spraying. Here's a little time lapse. Have fun. Look at that. We got a black ceiling. Now, could I have done a lot better with masking and not had all that? Yeah. Did I still have to cut that in? Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay. Come back with the gray and a brush, hit the edges. I sprayed this thing while I was at it too. Had to spray it. Oh! That's just the back side. I think it's alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, prima. Can't even tell on this side. Look at her go. How much overspray do you think we got on the garage door? You think the wife's gonna be mad? We're gonna paint the outside of the house anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll paint the garage door black right now. Let's see, what do we got? Let's see the top. I guess I walked in too far. Oh, not bad! We didn't get any on the other door. That's surprising. A little bit over there. A little tiny bit. Can't really tell. It's kind of dark. There's a little bit, but it's all right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Now we can start grinding the floors. Yo, if you're not drinking coconut water, like there's something wrong with you. Especially when you're sweating your ass off trying to paint a garage in South Florida. There's a project under that tarp there. Oh, you might be able to tell what it is. That's the next video. We're gonna start a flippy thingy. Thanks to Mr. Tom's refurb. I want to see if I can start with like, it was 250 bucks. 250 bucks, we're gonna work up to cars, boats, trucks, fun stuff. Cheers. Coconut water. All right, I'm back. I know this video is all over the place, but just for reference, from the length of the garage door, probably 10 feet, 12 feet maybe. I don't know how long the garage door is. The whole garage is 24 foot, so 12 foot, let's just say. From the wall to the door, I used an entire gallon of paint rolling it. I broke out the airless sprayer, and it's like a super textury knockdown, so it was a, I was using a 3/4 nap roller, I think, or a 1-inch nap roller, maybe an inch and a half, I don't know, it was really nappy roller. Anyway, with the airless sprayer, I went and picked up 5 gallons of paint. I used 2 1/4. Can you see that? Like 2 1/4 gallons to do the entire rest of the ceiling. Entire rest of the ceiling, 2 1/4 gallons spraying it. So if you gotta do a black knockdown ceiling, get a sprayer, 100%. Get a sprayer. All right, earlier there was some chaos. I was trying to get everything painted and rocking and rolling, and there was a lot going on. Ceiling's painted, walls are painted, walls are all cut in for the most part. Actually looks really good looking around now. And now we get to work on the floor, finally. So I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff out of here. I'm gonna sweep everything out. I'm gonna make a mess with the grinder. It's rudely interrupted by a phone call there. Anyway, this is a grinder. My buddy Kiko dropped it off. I gotta do a little taping with the guard there, but it's a 3-blade. It is 220 and I don't have the right plug, and I don't think I have enough gas in the generator. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fire up the generator, see if the twist lock fits, and if not, I might have to do something, and we might not do anything for a little bit. Then again, YouTube magic. I can like just like boom, and we'll be grinding, so that'll be cool. But yeah, got everything. I slapped the shelves back on the wall so I could stick the wood up there. But man, look at it. I'm gonna paint the door. I think I'm gonna do the trim black, and then the door gray. And the same here, trim black, door gray. New blinds eventually. I'm gonna put baseboard once the epoxy's all done. And then we're gonna do a build outs around the washer and dryer. I'm gonna do a big shelf across for the storage bins. All that's coming in the future. In the future. For now, that grinder, we're gonna get it done. That's not sketchy or anything. Dude, the blades are spinning. Look at that thing. Where is he? Did I miss him? Oh no, there he is. Look at it. Alright, well, I couldn't get the generator to start. And I took the carpet apart, I sprayed it with some carpet cleaner. I didn't really like brush anything, clean anything, whatever. Couldn't get the generator to start. So I ran to the other house and grabbed the plug I had for the generator. I'm gonna have to swap the end out, and then I'll be able to plug it in. Probably shouldn't be yapping at y'all while I'm driving down the road, but we're chilling, we're cruising. Yeah, so I'm gonna swap the end out with Kiko's end, and then I'll be able to plug the grinder into my dryer, which is a 220 volt. We'll be grinding. I'll see y'all when we're grinding. Alright, let's see if we can finally start some grindage. I was able to get the plug, right? Plug, dryer, jumper. We're rocking and rolling, baby. We're rocking and rolling, baby. Let's see if we get a little screen time. I think that's gotta be up. Alright. I'm gonna go put on a whatchamacallit and start grinding. You guys can just watch from a distance. Booyah! Just like that, we are ground down. That thing is a beast. That thing's cool. I gotta get the little grinder to do in the corners. Hey, take it easy. And yeah, I think that should be fine. I'm not getting the entire floor to look like this. No shot. Now I gotta go around, fill all the cracks, crevices with cement oil, and then we should be rocking and rolling onto epoxy. All right, we laid first coat of MVP. It's I got the MVP fast cure, so I can do 2 coats in the 1 day today. Hold on, let me get out here and get these shoes off, and I'll show you. Give me 1 sec. All right, I was gonna film it, but then like we just kind of like we had all kinds of stuff going on. We had the countertop guys here. We had all kinds of craziness going on, but 2 coats down. 1 coat of the MVB Fast Cure Moisture Vapor Barrier. I did that. I used some of the black pigment to tint that black. And then the second coat is rock hard. This is my base coat, black. There are some bubbles and stuff, so I might sand this before doing the flood coat. I mean, it still looks pretty epic just as it is, but I do want to get rid of the bubbles. Those were in the MVP coat, and I probably should have sanded them before doing this coat, but it is what it is. I'm not super worried about it. So yeah, that's that. Super easy to put down. I just used a regular trowel for these 2, and I mean not trowel, a squeegee, just a Home Depot squeegee, and then a 20-inch roller. I think it's 2018, something like that. 20-inch roller. I dumped it around the edges, worked it into the edges, worked left, right, back, forth, and then the wife back rolled it all, and it came out pretty epic. So tomorrow, after this dries, I think it's like 6 to 12 hours. Tomorrow I can come back in. I got 2 more kits that are going to be all black to flood coat it, and then yeah, after the black flood coat, I'll mix the other kit. I gotta get some buckets so I can mix the swirl, but the other kit's gonna be the swirl, so it's gonna be a white and silver swirl to make it metallic. But it looks sick already. It's dope. Everything came out so good. See y'all tomorrow. Alright, so last night, it's a new day, by the way. Just woke up, got all kinds of stuff going on. Last night, I took that guy and sanded the entire floor. I have a clip I'll add in here, but what a fucking asshole! Sanded the whole floor. Came back because there were like some bubbles and some other stuff. Came back with some 5-minute epoxy bubble holes. Sanded all the highs and lows and stuff. So when I lay that next coat, it'll be nice and that's what we're gonna do today. I just went and got some mixing buckets. 90% or 99% isopropyl alcohol to spray it afterwards to make sure it doesn't bubble again and gases off, whatever they call it. And yeah, that's the plan. So first thing I gotta do is I gotta run tape all along the edge because this is gonna be a flood coat. It's gonna be super thick. I don't want it to go leaking all out of here. So I'm gonna tape up the edge and make sure that's all sealed up. And then I'm going to put some tape over there because I didn't put any tape before, and I got epoxy on the door, so I'm gonna have to clean that, but I'm gonna put some tape on here. And then yeah, it's flood coat time. I don't know why that's still sticky. That should be cured. Maybe it didn't mix good. But I'm also gonna sand this real quick. All these spots that I epoxied, and like here, I just some of these little holes, I just filled them. So I'm gonna do all that. I'll set you guys up when I get ready to flood coat. All right, I sanded all the epoxy spots. I wiped everything down with acetone. And now I'm building like the dam to keep the flood coat from falling out. I have no idea if this is the right way to do it or not. I just don't want everything to just leak out all over the driveway, so this is what I'm doing. Let me see if I can show you. See if I can figure out a way to put this somewhere where you can see. You see? There. So, duct tape. Ripping off manageable size pieces. And then I'm coming and sticking it down just on the inside, just inside of where all these, like, there's like spots that aren't exactly like, it's not flush. There's like chips and marks and nicks, and so I'm sticking that just inside of that, like so. So there's a little bit overhang. This is still all nice and black. I think it'll be fine. But like you see that big chip right there. So sticking the duct tape down there, and then I'm using just a little piece of sandpaper, lay it back, and then once I have that done, rip off another piece of tape. Whoops, lost y'all. And I stick it to the backside, so it gets stuck to the backside. Then I release my tape. Now I've got my little dammy-do, fold this over. And then I'm coming back through with another piece of tape and overlapping like the previous pieces and everything else, and just doing like a little fold over just to make it thicker, give it some extra strength. And yeah, that's it. And I mean, it's working. We'll see how it holds up. Alright, I'm gonna keep sticking tape down. I forgot to set up my phone. We're mixing. That one's kicking off. Well, not kicking off, but that one's mixed. Mixing this one. Yo, the black pearl is sick. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like blue and pearly swirls in there. Alright, I'm gonna set y'all up and start fucking dumping this shit all over the place. Come on with it, big dog. I just finished all the epoxy in the garage. You can't see it because I only got that dinky light, but once I get the big lights up, it's all, there's like blue pearl and like metallic all in it. It's gonna be sick. All right, I didn't film an outro. There's been so much stuff going on. Everything keeps breaking since we moved into this house. We just had to have all the AC ducts replaced because they were leaking. Oh, you saw that though. Look at that. We got lights on the ceiling. So the floor came out epic. There's still stuff all over it, but let's see if we can kind of see. It's dirty. It needs to be cleaned. Moving stuff in and out. The top coat that I use kind of sucks. It's there's scratches all over it. I'm gonna try to polish it out once I get everything kind of situated. But either way, it's all good. Got the mini split installed. That thing's awesome. It's cold in here. It's currently 73 degrees. And then I got my lights hung. How cool are those? And then part two video is coming out soon. I'm gonna show you building all this. That's the next video. Stay tuned, check it out. Love you guys, see you later.